Hello everybody, Beth's Golden here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I want to work on a mixed media canvas, and I'm going to be using some of the products I have on hand to do so. I want the focus to be on these cute little cactuses by Lisa Cattell Designs. She does the Hello Lisa line, and I'm not showing you what's on this canvas right now because there's a boo-boo and I have to fix it as part of this, or hide it. So I'm going to be using, to create this whole thing, I'm going to be using a couple different adhesives because I'm working with a couple different substrates that need different things to help it hold up. Some Tattered Angel color wash paint and Tattered Angel spray, and this is an emerald green. So I'm going to be using this. And then for my adhesives, I'm going to be using the universal glue to adhere things like my flowers and stuff like that. And then I'm using the foam adhesive for these pieces because though they're not foam, I've noticed that this foam adhesive works really well on them. They're kind of a cross between, oh, they're so hard to explain. Lisa makes all of her clay, and they're a little bit, they're very durable, but you can bend them and they go back to their shape nicely. So they're kind of like a cross between a foam and a paper clay in texture. So that's why I'm going to be using that. And then I have these little gems that I want to apply, and they already do have adhesive on the back. However, I'm not quite sure they're going to adhere for the long term on this canvas. So I'm going to be using my Instant Super Glue, but it's the one that has the brush, so I can brush on the back of the adhesive little gems, which will make it easier for me. So let me go ahead and show you my boo-boo on this and how I'm going to cover it. So I ended up inking this. I did some chalk ink on it, and I didn't have anything under my canvas, so boom, there it went, and it leaked over. I didn't want to get rid of the canvas. I still thought that it was salvageable because most of the image is cute, and I really like the saying, and I really had my heart set on using these cute little cactus clay pieces by Lisa Cattell. So I'm going to camouflage it and show you how, hopefully it inspires you when you have a boo-boo go wrong on, probably, this isn't like the cheapest thing I've ever bought. It's something I definitely don't want to just throw away. So I hope this inspires you to even work with the stuff that's not perfect, because nobody's perfect and we all have accidents. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glimmer mist this, and I need to glimmer mist some leaves too. So I'm going to take my canvas and I want to just do some green around the edges. I put in 2 mixing balls in my glimmer mist bottle when I got it, and this allows the spout thingy, the sprayer, not to clog, which is a big concern. I always open it up off because it does leak a little. So I'm just going to go around, and it doesn't matter if it really gets in here. I'm not going to cover this image up with something because that'll make harsh lines. So I'm just going to focus on the outside of this, and if some of it sprinkles in, that's okay as well. So I'm kind of going at an angle. All right. So from here, I'm going to let that dry for a minute, and I'm going to take this off actually because I'm going to need this. I'm going to take my leaves, and they're the wrong color, so I need to glimmer mist them the correct color. So I'm just going to use this same color and just add some color to it. I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to get started on doing the paint wash. I swapped out my craft mat so that my leaves can dry on that. And before I actually do that paint wash, like I had said, on the edges of this, I am going to add here in the center of this foam, well, this clay piece. This is going to be my centerpiece, and I'm going to use my foam adhesive on this for this particular project. I want this just to get some time to dry. I am being extremely generous with this. I'm just going to hold this down for a minute and let this set up. So some of the adhesives that you use require some time to set up, and some of them are instant. So make sure you pay attention to the instructions on your packaging or on the back to see exactly what you need to do. I like the kinds that don't set up necessarily right away because that gives me some more work time. But sometimes, you know, you do want them to set up right away. And when you're an artist working with mixed media, sometimes you spend so much time waiting for things to dry that it can get, you know, annoying. So we do like some things to be fast. I just need this to be set up long enough so when I go to adhere it to my canvas, it's all good and we're good to go. Okay, so I'm going to take that, set it aside. And I'm going to take my color wash paint, and I have this in green tea, shaking it up really good. This is meant for wood. It's actually a wood stain. And I have a smaller brush that I'm going to dip into the bottle, and I'm just going to go around the edges on this and up there and just give it a nice little wash. And one good thing about that color wash is it's buildable. So the more layers you lay down, the darker it will get. So from here, once this is all dry, we're going to go ahead and start laying down our pieces. And I want to cover that boo-boo. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply that cute little pink cactus right there. Once again, I'm using my foam adhesive to do so. And then from here, I'm going to pop down this beautiful felt flower. And there is adhesive on the back of this that is rather sticky. However, I don't think it's going to hold the test of time. So I'm just going to go ahead on where I want it on my canvas, and I'm just going to pop down some of this all-purpose universal glue to hold it. And again, like I said, this is pretty sticky, but I don't entirely trust it. The adhesive back on this. And then from here, I'm going to just go ahead and tuck in my leaves. Again, I'm just using a little bit of this all-purpose universal glue to do that. Helps if I open the top. I'm going to use my foam adhesive to adhere this little cactus, and I want to put this one off to the edge up here, like so. And then I'm just going to take this little flower and pop it in over here. And I have this one too, I was thinking about doing right about there to kind of cover that, but I think maybe I can do this. I can put this one off over on that side to offset it a little bit, to balance it. I like it. It's coming along pretty. Okay, now I want to add one more little cactus up at the top just to give it some more balance, and I'm going to use my foam adhesive again. And I really didn't need to use it on the top because I'm going to have it kind of go off the top. And then I'm just going to use some of this all-purpose again. Like so. Some of my instant super glue to adhere some of these cute little blingies, I think. And I'm just gonna randomly place them. And I actually think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my brush and I'm just gonna do a little bit of a dollop where I want it to go. And I want to do the brush because I think I have a little bit more control over how much I lay out. And this is instant, so I want to get that down fairly quickly. Really, my intention when I pulled this out to use was to brush it on the back of the gem, and I changed it last minute. So the precision tip, the precision tip of the instant super glue probably would have been more beneficial, but this is totally working just fine. Got stuck on my finger. Okay, so there we go. That is the complete canvas, little canvas. And, you know, if you want, you could put a bow up there to hang, or you could camouflage this and just switch it so that this image is going this way, and you can just put that over here so there's not this piece up here. I happen to like this piece. I like the look of it, so that's why I decided to do it the way I did it. If you are interested in any of the products I used, I do have links down below, as well as a 10% coupon off of coupon code off of Super Tight for you. That's just for my viewers, so you can take advantage of that. Check out the coupon code down below. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below as well. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Happy crafting!